much. There is still no sign of a 7-year-old Portland, Oregon boy who vanished without a trace just over 2 weeks ago. And while police aren't saying much, they are focusing on his stepmother. CBS News correspondent Bill Whitaker has this report.
As the investigation into the disappearance of 7-year-old Kyron Horman enters its third week, authorities are asking the public for information about the movements of his stepmother, Terry Horman, the day he disappeared from school.
Terry is the last known person to have seen Kyron before he disappeared.
Terry Horman told authorities she drove Kyron to the Skyline School on June 4th in this Ford F-250 truck and watched him walk toward his classroom at 8 a.m. Police reportedly have reviewed her cell phone records, but won't say whether she is a person of interest in this case.
We're still exhausting every investigative parameter. I can't say for certainty that it wasn't a stranger to stranger. I can't.
Even after hundreds of searchers scoured the area around the school, authorities on Friday asked everyone who was at the school on June 4th to again report their whereabouts during school hours, even if they've been interviewed already. A flyer showing photos of Terry Horman and a Ford truck was released in an attempt to jog witnesses' memories. In the meantime, Kyron's family has issued this sad statement.
Father's Day is Sunday. For the first time in 7 years, we will not have Kyron around to hug and talk to. It hurts us deeply, and our heart is broken.
Bill Whitaker, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Criminal profiler Pat Brown has analyzed the relative silence of Kyron's family and the actions of the boy's stepmom, in particular a somewhat bizarre Facebook post. She joins us now from Washington. Pat, good morning to you.
Good morning, Chris.
Quickly, tell me about this Facebook post real quick for the people at home that aren't familiar with it.
Well, I think the one that really got everybody was when the stepmother wrote, "hitting the gym," and everybody went, wait a minute, you're going to the gym? Little boy's gone missing and you're going to the gym. How could you think of going to the gym? I mean, that just really stunned everybody. And that's what started everything on Facebook, where people started pointing fingers at the stepmother, thinking something's kind of wrong here.
And let's talk about Terry Horman, the stepmom here. Police say she is not a person of interest just yet, but they are distributing flyers, pictures of her. I would think right now, for most, all arrows point to the stepmom. Why is that?
Well, I have to say that the police going and putting flyers out with the stepmother's picture on it and her car speaks volumes that she is absolutely a person of interest. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen this done hardly in any case before, so they are truly looking at her and wanting to know exactly. Something must have gone wrong. There must be red flags up there somewhere, maybe with their cell phone records that aren't matching. Her story isn't working. They must be really thinking that this woman, that they either have to clear her or they're going to find out that she was actually truly involved. And they're also saying, by the way, they're also saying that they could be a stranger to stranger crime, but the chances are very, very low. What does that say?
Yeah, the family has remained very tight-lipped here. How odd is this? This young man has been missing 2 weeks now. There has just been very little call to, I guess, to the media, to the public to get out there and help find this boy. What does that say to you?
Again, Chris, this is pretty unusual behavior. In my experience, almost every family wants to get before the camera. They want to beg for everybody's help because the only thing they care about is getting their child back. They'll go and they'll talk as many times as you can get them on television. They'll talk. Even if they're going to appoint somebody as a spokesperson because they're shy people or people who just feel they cannot get in front of the camera because they're too emotional, they'll appoint a family spokesperson to go do it. But to just be silent and not seem to be involved was one of those big red flags that went up to the public.
You think the police know something that they're not letting on right now?
I think they must know a lot because I just find that the fact they put that flyer out there very, very strange unless they really have something that they're looking at. They really want to know who saw the stepmother and who saw her vehicle because they are focused on her as the number one person of interest.
We will continue to follow this story. Pat, thank you very much for taking the time and joining us from D.C. this morning. Pat Brown, everyone. Okay, now.